Hello everyone and welcome back to Wolfenstein, the New Order. Let's launch back into things, shall we?
Why don't you sit with me, Miss Anya? Listen in on these frequencies. Anything out of London, make a note of the time and write down as much as you can. Here is pen and paper.
Can I use a typewriter?
You know how to type.
Yes. My parents thought I should learn.
For you to take dictation, prescriptions and such.
Not really. It was useful during my time at the University of London for my doctorate in archaeology. Then the Blitz came and I had to go back home. I was only 16.
Well, Doctor, please assist me in figuring out what these damn Nazis are up to.
Man, I love the animation in this. Like, they did a really good job with the facial expressions and such. Very, very impressive.
You can find Klaus on the second floor. He should have the folder for Project Whisper.
Okay. Hey, buddy.
Leave me alone, alright? I don't know you, and I'm not looking to make friends.
Why the fuck are you here then, Bobby Bram? Finally, the British tyranny comes to an end. London, June 21st, 1948. As if blessed by the sun, the German flag hung high this morning over Buckingham Palace to mark the end of a tyrannical monarchy which has plagued the English people for centuries. Field Marshal Gerolf Feigenbaum, who led the British invasion, cautioned that armed resistance is to be expected, but the majority of the British people will soon realize how they have been fooled by the British government's warmongering leaders. Following the surrender, the whole of the Commonwealth now falls under German rule, and the remaining armies have been ordered to stand down. Brutal. Moscow in flames. Stockholm, March 16, 1945. The Red Army were forced to retreat last night from a Moscow engulfed by flames following a week-long German bomb raid. The barrage of mortar fire heard throughout the night and well into early Thursday morning seems to have obliterated what was left of the inner parts of the city. As of yet, there has been no word on the whereabouts of either Joseph Stalin or his high command. Extra. Prisoners escape Eisenwald. Berlin, October 13, 1960. Early morning, a small group of prisoners escaped from Eisenwald prison. The prisoners were described by the police as highly dangerous murderers, rapists, and degenerates. They advised the public to stay alert for people displaying deviant behavior and report anything that may help them track down these individuals. Is that us?
I'm busy.
Fuck. You fuck off, man. I'm reading shit. Jesus. Victory in Asia. Berlin, July 8th, 1948. Early Monday morning, a special assault team launched an attack on the last stronghold of the People's Liberation Army. Within hours, the Republic of China surrendered unconditionally. Experts commented that the Japanese government now have no choice but to give up their territorial claims in Asia. Sources close to Field Marshal claim that a plan is being drawn up for both China and Japan, which will transition the two countries into servant states with separate governments and military. These states will, of course, be supremely governed by the superior German Empire. Regime crosses the Atlantic. Vancouver, January 3rd, 1947. Earlier this week, a German submarine was sunk at the Cabot Strait, just a few miles off the coast of Cape North. Today, hundreds of ships crossed the Atlantic, and the first German troops set foot upon Canadian soil. Now is the time to be brave, said the Prime Minister in an emergency radio broadcast. It's now or never. Our boys at the front line need your support to defend our homeland, to defend our freedom. Royal Air Force down but not out. Liverpool, June 25th, 1945. The Royal Air Force suffered a major defeat yesterday at the battle over Liverpool. Though major losses were reported on both sides, the RAF were forced to retreat after losing more than two-thirds of their fighters. But even when faced with overwhelming odds, our brave boys in the skies continue to fight for king and country. This fighting spirit may be what constitutes the very essence of Englishness. Us Englishmen, we fight until the very end, said a corner shop owner, trying to put out a fire raging inside St. Luke's Church. And I'll be damned if I will let some Jerry come here and tell us what to do. Was this man channeling the spirit of RAF pilot Jameson? Jameson, who was shot down above Liverpool yesterday, burst out of his burning wreckage, his body on fire and armed only with a pistol, and killed 4 German paratroopers before finally succumbing himself. Even as the enemy stands at our doorstep, the RAF will go to hell and back to kick them out of England. Jolly good, boys. Yes, indeed. I read this one right? Yes. The Red Surrender, Moscow, December 12, 1946. The cold Russian winter bites hard, but one could not tell looking at the rosy, smiling faces of the victorious German army and the liberated Russian people. The last battle against the Red Army took place in Izhevsk, following their month-long campaign to seize the Russian capital. campaign, which after numerous setbacks and hundreds of civilian casualties, caused the Russian people to turn against their own army. With nightly bomb raids by the German Air Force and the Red Army's military factories in the Ural region, it was merely a matter of time before the Russian forces would start to lose their morale. The murderous tyrant Joseph Stalin is yet to be found, but there are rumors circulating that he may have been assassinated by his own men. Triumph in the East. Berlin, April 4th, 1947. It was a devastating defeat for the Red Army when the German flag was raised on the western side of the river Volga this morning. In a statement to our reporter on site, Field Marshal Friedrich Ritter said that the victory was not only thanks to our hardworking and dedicated troops, but also the result of a new weapon that was deployed for the first time in battle. The Panzerhund is a mechanical, autonomous beast of war that cannot feel fear and cannot feel remorse. It is the purest form of killing machine and will tear the Russians apart limb by limb. Fucking Christ. Is that fucking what's her name from Return to Wolfenstein? It might be. I don't recognize most of those faces. What's this one? Last Light in England. Paris, September 17th, 1951. The stalwart resistance of the brave people of London has been quelled, claim sources inside London. After the August uprising, which had seemed like a turning point for the resistance fighters, the German tyrants unleashed their latest machine of oppression, a monstrous thing called the London Monitor. Eyewitness reports described the fight as a massacre with the cobblestone streets drenched in the blood of the brave resistance fighters crushed or gunned down by the giant machine. German elite combat units then proceeded to move from block to block, systematically taking out the last remnants of freedom fighters. It's fucking dark.
I need that photo back. You see if you can find it. It's called Project Whisper. Talk to Klaus.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. I'm just exploring stuff, okay? I like this. That's a cool painting. What other kind of stuff do you got here? You got a fridge. You got wine. That's good. Every good resistance bunker needs wine. Got a pantry. Archives. Locked.
I heard you were looking for the Project Whisper folder. It's not here. Obviously.
Tekla. You're cool. I like you. Can I talk to you? Nope. No, that's locked. And it's also locked. Every door is locked. Why?
Max, ich schon die ganze Zeit nach dem Hammer. Hast du ihn gesehen?
Megton.
It's a tribute wall, I guess, to all the resistance fighters who have died. Oh, hey.
Now, what does the American say already? I want removing them from powder. And when Nazis, so we should get them. Caroline's looking for a document called Project Whisper. Max doesn't speak English. He doesn't know Project Whisper. This is operation. You know, cost us $50,000. Max doesn't like violence. Does see anyone get hurt? How does he know the one? Verwendet
Caroline said you borrowed the folder. Do you have it here?
But then put it back. Vault is a ground floor. The folder should be in the drawer in a desk in her room, where I left it.
Hey, man.
Take a looky-loo in Caroline's room. The folder should be inside a desk.
Why you all so mad, huh? Oh, hey, Mr. Moose. What's up? I like your hat. It's cool. Max Haas. They're cool.
Must be Max's room.
Aw. Wait.
Where's Max hiding in there? It's in the Project Whisper folder. You can need a crowbar or find a way around.
Find a crowbar. Okay.
This room looks empty. Maybe we could sleep in here. Could use some shut-eye.
Well, I'm gonna go and get the crowbar first. Der Kaffer, das Blue U-Boot. Mond, ja, ja. We get some more newspaper clippings. Japan pushed back. Another threat approaches. Chongqing, March 7th, 1948. It was a proud moment for the Republic of China and the People's Liberation Army as the Japanese were pushed back into the Hubei province. Yet from the north, another dark menace approaches at a swift pace. The German army has overthrown the brave Russian Empire and is now moving towards China. During a rousing speech earlier today, the chairman spoke of his faith in the Chinese people. A unified China cannot be defeated, he said. A unified China cannot be conquered. A unified China will never surrender. America surrenders. Washington, December 24th, 1948. Speaking to the American people in the falling snow on Christmas Eve, the President of the United States declared the government's total surrender to the German army. The announcement comes just days after the atomic bomb was dropped on New York. This final act of violence may have saved millions of lives that would have resulted from a land invasion of America, said the German leader in a press statement following the announcement. I applaud the President for taking such a brave decision. After the President's speech, a spectacular show was put on by the invading troops parading down the streets of Washington to the roaring sound of German jet fighters passing by overhead. Even more spectacular were the massive mechanical beasts known as Panzerhunden, or armored dogs, hulking over the crowds. Atomic bomb hits America. Paris, December 21st, 1948. The largest bomb ever invented was dropped 13 hours ago on New York City, largely decimating Manhattan and killing over 200,000 people. It is an atomic bomb, said our great leader in a radio broadcast speech to the public, 20,000 times more powerful than the biggest bomb ever created before, but more than a bomb, this is a warning to the American people. Oh, we got more. America rises from the ashes. The American spirit rises in the shadow of the mushroom-shaped cloud that was produced by Germany's evil atom bomb when it hit New York. Cells of freedom fighters have assembled across the country and are taking up arms. Through targeted attacks on German VIPs and bombings of crucial military installations, the American resistance is making it very difficult for the invaders to remain in control. Reports claim the German invaders have become so desperate they are shipping elite anti-rebel units from China to prevent the insurrection from spreading. Eyewitness accounts also describe mass executions of civilians as punishment for attacks performed by the freedom fighters. Benevolent liberators guard China's borders. Shanghai, October 25th, 1953. Thanks to the ingenuity of German engineers, the Great Wall of China has been reinforced and upgraded by our benevolent German liberators. Hundreds of powerful automatic flak cannons have been installed along the wall, guarding the airspace from any potential invaders from the Mongolian territories. Elite German troops have also been stationed from one end to the other to guard the border. This is a great act of generosity bestowed by our benevolent liberators, symbolically marking the beginning of a new era of peace in Asia. The liberation of America has begun. Washington, January 7th, 1949. The Honorable German Peace Troops embarked on a nationwide victory tour this week. The goal of this operation is to liberate the oppressed American people and protect them from dangerous insurgent elements. All remaining American military personnel are advised to stand down and report to the nearest German checkpoint. Once there, they will be issued a labor card assigned them to work on rebuilding the country according to the superior cultural standards of the new regime. Editorial: Germany has betrayed us. Rome, October 13th, 1949. And so we must face the bitter truth. We, the Italian people, have been fooled into thinking that our northern ally would be our country's salvation and a collaborator in rebuilding Italy to its former glory. Reports from the north are coming in describing German tanks and infantry turning against their soldiers and attacking our own people. Witnesses describe horrible scenes of whole villages burnt and plundered. We are now just days away from a complete invasion, and our weak government is incapable of doing anything about it. I advise all Italians not to surrender. Do not bow down to the will of the invaders. Rise and take up arms. Do whatever you can to fight back the tyranny. Rise for freedom. Okay, that's all those. What's in here? More paintings. Books, bike stuff, got a drill. Ah, crowbar. Fergus, what's up?
Bloody fuck, Blasco, I'm knackered. I haven't seen a real bed in months. Fuck off for a minute so I can sleep, right? Wake me if, let's say, the sky's about to fall or some such shite. Fuck it, just go away.
Sleep well, Fergus, you earned it. Got another one here. Editorial. Is the terror threat over? Berlin, October 13th, 1960. A strange feeling of serenity comes over me as I walk my morning promenade along Unter den Linden. At first, I struggle to understand what this feeling comes from and why I haven't felt it for so long, and then it hits me. For the last 6 months, there has been no terrorist activity, no ruthless killing sprees against innocent civilians, no car bombs in peaceful neighborhoods, no suicide attacks on public transport. Has the secret police once and for all won the war against terrorism? Oh no, they have not. Don't worry. Terrorism's coming right back into your front fucking porch, baby. Mold infestation in Berlin, London, May 15th, 1953. It's fair to say there's some sort of poetic justice in this. Reports from our resistance friends in Berlin suggest that a new type of mold spore has started infesting structures made out of the superconcrete used by the regime. It started festering in the massive underground ventilation system and is spreading throughout the city. Friends of the resistance, this could be a major advantage for us. The mold seems to corrode the stability of the concrete, making it easier to destroy structures that are important to the regime in Berlin. Oh, interesting. Good to know. Tools. Yeah,
That seems to be in order.
of course. Why wouldn't it be? Tools. What do we got in here? Ooh. Can I get a bullseye? I almost got one. Too high. Hey, nice. Oh my god. Screen fucking poster of the original Wolfenstein. Gotta love that. Big fan of that. Alright, I guess let's go back downstairs. I do just want to go check one thing first. Oh, sorry, Caroline. Oh, hey. Hey, nice. Got a secret room with a computer. Volk computer. Secret room too. Bada bing, bada boom. Would you look at that? Oh, someone sleeps here? Looks like it. Gold urn discovered. I got the folder. Didn't even need the crowbar for it. Technically. Oh, I can't go back down through there. Okay. Door's locked. Can I just jump over this? I'm gonna go to bed for a minute at least. Oh, health upgrade. Okay, so we can... Oh, I missed some in previous chapters. But we can upgrade some perks, right? How do I even do this? Oh, it's by doing special actions. Okay. Form a headshot while aiming using a handgun. Okay. We can do that. Okay, hold on. I want to go back into Caroline's room for a minute. What else was in here besides that cool pinup? I do like that. Kreisau HQ map. Cool. That's it? Alright. Do I want to leave yet?
I'm busy. Can't you see I'm working?
Sorry, Tekla. I guess, yeah. I don't think there's much else we can do in this mission. Even though I want to keep exploring, but like half the doors are locked, so I guess I can't really do that. But yeah, hey Caroline.